We have breaking news. Let's get right to it.
Past 24 hours, we've seen 34 new cases of COVID-19 here in Utah.
Following breaking news out of Utah, a magnitude 5.7 earthquake hitting just after 7 a.m. local time, about 10 miles west of Salt Lake City.
You need 100 to 150,000 tests a day.
You know what time it is. If you didn't know what time it is, you would have clicked play. Welcome to Iso20 Podcast or Isolation 20 Podcast. Thank you for clicking play. I go by the name of Drerawka, Andre, father, husband, friend, confidant. This is episode 23 of the podcast, a podcast to get you through your quarantine, to help you get through your isolation. Maybe you have COVID. Maybe you've just been diagnosed with COVID, and you have to have the long 2 weeks of isolation from people. And this is that. This is our chance to converse one-sided, because obviously you're not here to converse back with me. But yeah, episode 23. This is the Jordan episode. I think it's 23. It should be 23. Hope everybody's having the day to deserve. What a time to be alive. What a day. Man, we went from everything from a baby scare to, seeing family from out of town to, doing cool things. Like, it's been an interesting time, and I appreciate you clicking play. Long introduction for me just saying thank you, right? Mentioned baby scare. Yes, we had a little bit of a scare. We thought Anaya was coming early, but she didn't. So my lady, for those of you that may not know, maybe you are episode 7. I don't know. But on episode 23, you're learning today that we are having a little girl. Her name is Anaya. And Tressa, my lady, she was been feeling uncomfortable, right? She's been feeling uncomfortable. She hasn't really been feeling the baby move as much as she should and as much as she has in the past. So there was a little bit of a scare there. She's been feeling what feel like contractions, right? Her belly's been constricting and getting real hard, and then just everything, all the signs to say, hey, go get checked out. So ended up going to labor and delivery, and everything checked out. She's facing downward, and she's weighing out or measuring out right on time, and Tressa's fine. Blood pressure, everything is fine. Everything is good. So we got our peace of mind by just going to the doctor and getting checked out, because who knows? Like, when it comes to the whole baby thing, anything can happen at any time. We are literally on baby time. And that's a good and bad thing, right? Because it's good because we don't want her to pop out anytime soon, right? We want her to still bake and things like that. But it's bad at the same time, because it's like we have no control over that. And if she's ready to get out, she's ready to go. Boom. I need to get out of here. And it's not a normal delivery. We are having a scheduled C-section. So yeah, man. Pretty exciting, pretty scary at the same time. And it's minute by minute, hour by hour. My phone's on, and I'm ready to jet out of whatever I'm doing to go and make those things happen. This happened. This happened last Wednesday, I believe, or Thursday. It happened last week, and that's when she went to labor and delivery, right? And I had to go and produce a podcast. So when I was there and I was with my client, I was like, yo, I might have to jet out. I might have to just leave, and I will let everything record, and I'll worry about editing to make it look nice later. But it's just a bizarre thing that time to, because I don't remember. I was never, but granted, I wasn't doing everything I'm doing now when my other two sons were in the womb, right? But I feel like I'm doing things now that I never did before during the pregnancy, and it's cool. It's cool, but it's terrifying at the same time. I mentioned I had some family coming to town. Yes, I had some family come in from Chattanooga, Tennessee. I don't know why I said it like that, but yeah, had some of my family come in from out of town, family I've never met before. They were the older cousins, and so had the chance to go and meet them and talk and show them a little bit about what I, you know, who I am and who the Adams side of the family is, and like my pops and things like that, because these were my dad's cousins. So we're talking, my dad's 56, so we're talking cousins that are in their 60s, pushing 70, and knowing about WAP, right? It was cool. It was a cool thing. And my cousin, she's starting a business that I'm like thinking it out right now, because I don't know if I can announce it just yet, but I'll wait. I'll get her okay, and then we'll kind of announce it. But yeah, some really cool things coming for the family, and I'm really excited about it. But the cousins that came in from Chattanooga, you know, he was like, his name's Robert, and he was like, Dre, Andre, he's like, I came out here to the west side. You know, he throws up his dubs. He's like, I came out here to the west side. Now you need to come down to the dirty. And I was like, say no more. I got to get out there. So it's looking like I'm going to be going to the South to meet my family down there. And I'm excited about it, because this is the furthest east I've ever been, is Utah, right? No, that's a lie, because Wyoming's east of Salt Lake, right? I guess so. Whatever. Yeah, so I'm excited about it. I'm excited to get out there and meet my family that's out there. I got cousins that are out there that were born here in Utah but moved back home to Chattanooga. And I say home because that's where my family is, the Tennessee, the South, right? Atlanta and things like that. So just to get to know that part of my family, get to know that history of my family, get to know the history of the South, right? Because growing up here on the West Coast, I have an idea of the South, right? And it's just pretty much slave movies, right? Movies like Django, movies like Roots, right? Those movies where my ancestors are not painted in a light of I guess being a hero type of thing. And so I have a certain vision of the South, but I'm excited to, kind of lose that and learn about the South, and learn about my lineage of my family, and learn about where we came from, and how long we've been around, and what other branches off of my family, like what other families came from my grandmother or my grandmother's mother, and so on and so forth. I think that's really dope, and I'm excited to learn more about that. We have a family reunion next summer in Georgia, so I think that's gonna be an adventure. I think that's gonna be something that we go to and not only see Chattanooga, see Virginia, see all these other cities and states around that area. So I'm super stoked about that. Yeah. We also had Sticker Smack. Sticker Smack went down. Sticker Smack round 3. That was on the 26th of September. I believe it was the 26th. And it was dope. So for those of you that aren't familiar with Sticker Smacks, it's a way for the radio station U92 to give away prizes and do a little bit of promotion, right? So you get a sticker, U92 sticker on the back of your ride, and you get entered in for a drawing. There's a board, and there's 100 different items that you can win. There was tablets, TVs, PlayStations, Xboxes, home, Echo Dot type things. Just a lot of dope prizes. And that wasn't the best part. The best part of the Sticker Smack was the opportunity to give back to the community. And the form of giving back was free flu shots. So we held it at the Urban Indian Center of Salt Lake City, which is located right diagonal. Well, it's pretty much right in front of the B Stadium or the Smith's Ballpark, right there on 13th South and what is that, West Temple or Main Street? I think it's Main Street, I believe. Yeah, right there. And it was just a really good time. I DJ'd it. Poetic was there, Booker, Josue, Bangarang, ALLRAWK. Yeah, the whole U crew was there, and it was a really good time. I played some music that I never really played at remotes. I played a lot of music that because it was at 9 a.m. so we were there at like 8, and I played that morning music, like Lovely Day. I played some Al Green. I played some Supremes. I played some Jackson 5. I played a lot of that morning feel good type music. And it was a blast. It was cool. It was cool to see the community respond in such a positive light, and that's one thing that I told myself in 2020 that I wanted to be more involved with my community. And I'm happy to say that I feel like I've done that since January all the way right now, and we in October. I feel like that was a resolution that I had for myself, and I feel like I've been conquering that by helping my community in more ways than one. So if you are somebody that wants to be involved with the community, or maybe you are doing something with the community that you're like, yo, Dre, I think you would be cool to help out with this or whatever, hit me up, let me know, because I am down to be involved with our community, because we can't look at politicians just to have all the answers, and we can't look at politicians to be involved in our community to help our community. I think that's us. And I was actually driving around the other day, and it made me think. I was like, whatever happened to Neighborhood Watch? Or Neighborhood Watch is still a thing? Because I remember back in Portland when I was living over there, the Neighborhood Watch in the 90s was a big thing across the nation. It was like, watch your own neighborhood. And sometimes you'll see like Neighborhood Watch signs and stuff around certain neighborhoods. But I feel like there's really not a big promotion on Neighborhood Watch, right? And what that entails. But I 100% support a Neighborhood Watch, whether if it's people patrolling together or taking shifts, looking out for each other's kids, because it's every day, and this isn't a new thing, but it's every day that we see a kid being kidnapped, right? Excuse me. And that was one of my biggest fears as a kid, was being kidnapped. One of my really good friends, Rosie Tapia, it was my best friend growing up when we lived in Glendale, Heartland, right off of Redwood. We lived at the Heartland apartments. And Rosie, it was a high profile kidnapping and murder. She was kidnapped and she was kidnapped and murdered and thrown into the Jordan River. And that was something that impacted my childhood like dramatically. Like, some kids will run away from their parents when they get into the store, right, and act out. Growing up, I was next to my dad's side always. I would never run away from my pops. I was stuck to him because I knew, and I was old enough to know that my friend was just taken from her bedroom and she was murdered. Even at 5 years old, like that hit me crazy hard. Like, I remember certain events like that, and maybe I've mentioned it on the podcast before, but certain events like that, like 9/11, you remember the scent that was the smell of whatever room or wherever you were, the sound of wherever you were, things like that. And it was the same thing when I got the news that they found her and that she was gone. I was literally in my front room and my mom was cleaning or something, and Kiss from a Rose from Seal was playing, and it was like that song. For the longest time, I could not listen to that song without crying. And even now, like, if I listen to that song, it will bring up that memory, right? And so that's why I'm like, if neighborhood watches are not a thing right now, they should. That awareness should be brought back, because when we're having as many kids as we're seeing, it's every day you'll see on Facebook, yo, my cousin got abducted, yo, my sister, my aunt, my neighbor, right? There's always, and it's not just children, there's women out here being taken too, right? And this is something that we should not be okay with, right? We should not be okay with our community losing a member of our community. And if there's sickos in our community, we need to do something about that. I don't know what the answer is, but I think that a neighborhood watch is a step in the right direction, right? I know that if my community, and I already do it already, I walk around my neighborhood, I walk around my community, and you know, when I'm coming home from the bar late night, I do this every single time. And it's not just for me, it's me looking out for my folks, like, and they don't even know it, right? Because I'm not best friends with my neighbors, but I know that when the earthquake happened, when we were running out, I was stopping and I was looking at my neighbors at the door. You guys okay? You guys need help down the stairs, right? And it's the same thing. I was getting the same thing as I was going downstairs. People asking me, hey, you okay? Do you need me to help out with your son? Whatever, right? It was like a sense of we are in trouble, but we are in this together type of thing. And so when I'm leaving, that's why I'm saying that they don't even know that I'm doing this, but I'm doing it just because when shit hits the fan, I know that a community comes together. I've seen it. I've lived through it. When there is devastation, when there is troubled times, for some reason, we come together as a community. And I feel like it shouldn't just be during those difficult times where we can come together and do something dope. So when I'm on my way home from the bar and I'm pulling into my neighborhood, I'm extra, my senses, my eyes are extra enhanced. I'm looking for, is their car windows broken? Are their tires flattened? Is somebody looking kind of suspicious, right? And that's what I'm looking for when I'm going through my neighborhood. I'm looking at each car, I'm looking, and just to see. And I feel like that's a form of some type of watch, right? It's more than just going home and parking and getting out and going up and minding your own business, right? I'm minding my own business by minding my community's business, right? So I think that a lot of things that are a lot of things that happen in our communities can be prevented just by having that extra look, right? Paying a little bit more attention to certain things, right? How many children can just walk out into a street? You know what I mean? Maybe pay attention. See, is there any adults around that kid, right? Is this kid acting a little bit funny with the adult or whatever, right? You gotta be careful about that kind of stuff too, though, right? You gotta make sure that you're doing it in a way that isn't aggressive and things like that. There's a lot to it. I'm just saying, I think we should look at community watch, right? Neighborhood watch, because I think it's beneficial. Shoot, what else has been going on? National Boyfriend Day, I should say. Salute to my baby, man. She shouted me out on the socials and was like, happy National Boyfriend Day. And it's a beautiful thing, man. I love my family. I can't say it enough. I love my family. Obviously every family isn't perfect. We bicker and we fight sometimes, her more than me, because she knows that I don't put up with it. I don't fight. Like, literally, I do not argue. If she wants to argue, she can argue. She'll tell you. Andre don't argue. Sometimes she hates it. I feel like that's a kind of a thing in humans, where if there isn't a problem, we kind of have to make some problems to solve the problems, type of thing. But anyway, I guess I'm going on a tangent that she's probably gonna be like, what are you doing? Shut up. I love you, babe. But yeah, I just wanted to say, like, shout out to her, because she didn't have to take the time to shout me out as a boyfriend. And it's come to a point where I don't like that title. I don't like the title of boyfriend. And I feel in my heart that there's gonna be a time where I get married to my lady, and it's gonna be a time where I'm gonna have National Husband's Day, right? And I'm ready for that, and I know she's ready for that, and my family's ready for that, right? It's just about doing it, and I need to stop being lazy and just go and do it. Go do it, go make it happen. And yeah, so just shout out to my baby. Thank you for the shout out, and I appreciate you so much. I love you so much. We started Ghost. We're on, I think, episode 5 of Power Chapter. Was it chapter 2, book 2, something like that? Ghost. This one's following damn, what's the boy's name? Tariq. Following Tariq, the character that America hates, the world hates Tariq, but for some reason we are all following him as the prominent role in the show Ghost. So far it's been good, man. They're trying to get the mom out of prison. Method Man is probably my favorite character on this new series. He's one of my favorite rappers, but on top of that, he's acting. Like, he's really acting. Mary J, she's doing a good job too. We seen Raina came back this episode as a ghost. We haven't really seen Ghost or James St. Patrick come back in this one. Spoiler alerts, sorry, should have said that beforehand, but I'm liking it so far. I feel like Ghost, this new season or this new series, is something. If you were watching Power, you gotta continue to watch Ghost. Like, there's no option to just not watch it, for me at least. As bad as it is right now, like, Tariq, yeah, he's a character that we don't like. We don't like him. I'm interested to see what happens with him and his roommate, because he's letting his roommate into what's going on, what he's selling and things like that. And the roommate's girl is trying to bring Tariq down with her uncle, who is the district attorney. I believe he's district attorney. So a lot of moving parts to this show. If you have not started it, I highly suggest it. Go back, watch Power. Season 1 and 2 of Power, really good. It gets a little bit crazy towards the end of the series. But yeah, there ain't no other series going on right now, right? Wentworth just got released on Netflix, so me and my lady are watching Wentworth season 8, I believe. So it's already out. We're watching episode by episode. We didn't watch it live because I don't even think Wentworth is broadcast here in the States. I think it's just in Australia, or maybe it is. I don't know. But yeah, we've been watching Wentworth season 8, and so far it's good. Like, it's kind of like the Orange is the New Black of Australia. Less raunchy, more enticing. It's a good one. I like it. It's cool. Okay. Oh, I also did my first giveaway. I don't think I talked about it last episode, but I did my first giveaway, right? As a thank you to y'all who have supported me on the YouTube channel, YouTube gang. Shout out to y'all. We have, at the time of the giveaway, we were at 400 subscribers. That was the reasoning for the giveaway. And I give away a $25 gift card to Cheesecake Factory, Cheesecake Factory. And I haven't even been to Cheesecake Factory. But yeah, I did my first giveaway. It was really cool. It was really cool to just give back, like, because people don't have to subscribe. You don't have to watch this. You don't have to listen to it. But as a thank you, I wanted to do that. I wanted to say thank you. And some of the donations that have been coming in, I use that money to put towards a gift card to Cheesecake Factory. So that's a whole nother reason for, like, when I ask for like donations and stuff, I think that it's cool to put it back into you guys, right? You guys are investing time into me, so I'm gonna invest some money and time into you guys, right? So I have the idea of doing milestone givebacks, right? Milestone giveaways. So this could be, I talked about doing one when the baby's born. That's a huge milestone in my life. Obviously subscriber counts and follower counts and things like that. I'm going to be doing giveaways on. So thank you to everybody for rocking with me. I told you guys what, 10 months ago, keep rocking with me, and you guys have. And so far, I feel like we're heading in the right direction. We have cool things in the works, and a lot of it comes from you guys. So I appreciate everybody for just rolling and rocking with me, for real. Okay, well, we 30 minutes in already, something close to 25 minutes. Should we jump into it? Donald Trump is something else, man. Joe Biden something else. All right, here comes the news. All right, news. We got COVID totals, right? COVID-19 still out here taking names and taking numbers. Right now in Utah, sorry for my folks not in Utah. I gotta speak to my community, right? We are sitting at, and time date right now, we're sitting at 78,723 COVID-19 cases, and we are sitting at 482 deaths. Salt Lake County still leading the way. It's the largest county in Utah at 34,071 cases, 260 deaths. United States, we are sitting at 7.48 million cases with over 210,000 deaths. Worldwide, we are sitting at 35.3 million and 1.4 million deaths. So 35.3 million cases, 1.4 million deaths, and 24.6 million recovered. Just looking at the totals with this, man, that's crazy. It's crazy on both ends, right? Over 1 million deaths worldwide, but over 24.6 million have recovered. I'm gonna look at the positive. That's a lot of people that have recovered, and God rest the dead for everybody that has lost their life to this thing. A thing that I feel like a lot of people just can't point their finger on just yet, right? Some people are saying it's not a bad deal, or not a big deal. Some people are saying social distance, don't even go outside. You know what I mean? Lysol your baby wipes, Lysol the Lysol everything, right? And you know, I get it. I mean, I've seen some cases where healthy young teenagers have died with no underlying issues. I have no idea. I say continue to do what's best for yourself and your family, and don't take it lightly, but you know, do your thing. You know how to take care of yourself the best way, right? You should know your body well enough to know to stay inside, to mask up. I'm still wearing my mask everywhere, and some people look at me crazy. Some people look at me like, good job, right? And that's fine. But I know that in my heart, I'm doing what I need to do to not only protect my family, protect myself, but protect others, right? That's what I feel. So a lot going on there. Also in local news here in Utah, West Jordan is a city here in Utah, saved his homie. His homie was choking during lunch, right? He got up, he went over to the trash can, and he was like, oh, like he thought he was gonna be able to just cough it out, right? And he wasn't able to. So then he walks back over to the table with the universal, like, I'm choking sign, right? Like, hands around throat. And his friend instantly, both of them, jump up, boom, got right behind him and started doing the Heimlich. And he got the thing out. He saved his friend's life. And the cool thing about the video is that the friend, while they thought he was joking, right? You just coughing, right? And they watched him the whole time. You can see the video when he gets up and he goes to try to get the thing out of his throat, and he's over the trash can. His friends are watching him the whole time. And as soon as he put his hands next to his throat to give the sign like, yo, I'm not okay, help, right? Help me. He jumped right up and got that thing out of his throat. Pause. And it was a beautiful thing to see. So I just gotta throw a huge shout out and throw some love to Jackson Johnson, who was the kid who was choking, and his friend Hunter that got the large piece of throat out of his the large piece of food out of his throat. Hunter Olsen. Great job, man. You today's hero, man. Good job. I know everybody's seen the presidential debate. If you didn't, you're missing some primetime television. I'm not even a big politics person, but when you see and you know Donald Trump is showing up to talk somewhere, it's I don't know, it's enticing, right? And I'm registered to vote. I got my ballot coming through the mail, right? I'm gonna vote. And so with that being said, I wanted to see what they're gonna talk about, right? See what is going on with these two. That one of them is gonna continue to be our president, or one of them is gonna be a new president, right? He's already been vice president, but let's see what homie does as a president, right? That's what I'm going in there to kind of that's what I'm looking for. And so it goes exactly how the media, and when I say media, I mean social media, the way that people were saying on like YouTube and stuff like that, saying that it's gonna be talking over each other, somebody taking it more serious than the other, and that's what I got from it. You know, I don't swing either way. Pause. I don't swing Democrat. I don't swing Republican. I don't swing Joe Biden. I don't swing President Trump. You know what I mean? I don't do either. I look at them and I take it for what it's worth. You know. So it got pretty spicy. It got pretty spicy. You know, Donald Trump. The big thing that I seen that was like, whoa, was when Donald Trump, when asked to denounce, to speak against white supremacy, Trump kind of, he was backpedaling. He was kind of dribbling, right? He was trying to shake and move, right? And he was, you know, what names, who, what group, who, and you know, I think it was Biden was like the Proud Boys, right? Which is a group that has been labeled as a white supremacist group, and Trump was like, Proud Boys. I'm paraphrasing. He was like, stand back and stand. What he say? Stand back and stand ready. Pretty much. I'm paraphrasing. Pretty much, he said, "Yo, fall back, but just in case, just be ready." Right? Because the whole lead up to it was, if you lose, are you gonna wreak havoc? Are you going to bow down? Not bow down. Are you going to bow out gracefully, right? Are you going to encourage the next president? Are you going? And that was kind of the lead up. And when homie said stand back and stay ready kind of thing, it was kind of like a holy smokes, like for real. Like this is what's about to go down, huh? If Joe Biden wins, are you gonna say green light? Are you gonna say go wreak havoc? Because if that's the case, we need to do away with the whole presidential election type thing, man. Because for somebody on both sides, right? If somebody all over politics, you know, wreaks havoc because they didn't win, that's concerning, man. That's really sad. And I know that there are a lot of people out there like me where you're like, I don't really rock with either side. I just want somebody that's gonna look out for our people, somebody that's gonna, you know, take the American people and unite us and take accountability, right? And say, look, we got a lot of problems. We got a lot of things that we need to fix, right? And we can fix it together, right? I want that. And I feel like there are people out there like me, right? That don't want to see a racial divide, that doesn't want to see a sex divide, that doesn't want to see policing without accountability, right? I full-heartedly feel like there are individuals out there that want to have a good economy, that want to be able to work, that want to be able to take care of their kids, and a community that we don't have to worry about them getting kidnapped, and in a world or in a nation where if you do against the law, you are being held accountable. No matter your title, no matter your race, no matter your gender, anything like that. We want to live, and I agree, and I hope that I feel like there are people out there that want to live in this kind of world, in this kind of nation, right? A nation where if there is a pandemic, we're in this together. We figured this out together, right? But I also understand that that's a hard thing to do. It's a hard thing to bring a nation together when right now, and it's nothing new. We haven't been divided just now. Like, we've been divided for a long time. And, you know, just growing into an adult and having a family to worry about and things like that, you know, it's enhanced, right? I'm learning these things, and it's in your face everywhere you look, right? No matter where you go, social media, the internet, my work, whatever, it's always there. It's always in your face. And I just want a leader that's actually gonna unite and lead our people here in this nation, because nobody wants to leave. Like, come on, man, like, we're the greatest nation out there, and I truly believe that. Now, do we have problems? Yeah, we do. We have some things that we got to work on together, right? So hopefully that happens. This presidential debate did not help me feel more confident, and that we're gonna get that in the next within the next 4 years, right? That's not what I felt. Maybe the vice presidential debate will help. I don't know. Mike Pence and Kamala Harris, they're gonna be duking it out right here, Salt Lake City, Utah, Kingsbury Hall, I believe, is where they're gonna be having the debate. That goes down on Wednesday, the 7th. Yeah, Wednesday the 7th. The vice presidential debates go down, and Kamala Harris is already here. She's already feet on the ground, running around Salt Lake City, Utah. I seen that she was over at This Is the Place Heritage Park, which is pretty much like a museum type of thing on Utah settlers and things like that. And so the news reported, Fox 13 reported that Miss Harris is gonna be here up until the actual debate. So it's dope. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll get a chance to talk with her. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I look forward to that debate on Wednesday. Man, I got something going on that day. I'm about to YouTube it or something. But yeah, I look forward to that, just to kind of see them. I don't even feel Mike Pence was talking for a minute, but then all of a sudden, like, I ain't seen nothing from Mike Pence in a minute. Maybe that's just me not being up on Mike Pence. But Kamala Harris, I feel like she talks very well. You know, she did do a lot of things. I think it was over there in California that I read about. That I'm interested to see what she rebuttals as far as, you know, putting people behind bars for smaller crimes and things like that. So we'll look in, we'll see, we'll watch it. Damn, the homie Rick Moranis, actor, right? Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, Honey, I Blew Up the Kids, Spaceballs. I think he was on Spaceballs too. That actor, the main dad, he got snuffed walking down the street in New York. I feel really bad for this man. This horrible video. I didn't even mean to see it. I forget who reposted it or something. I was just on the feed, right? And I seen it, and I didn't know it was Rick Moranis. I was just like, damn, that's fucked up. That's messed up that homie was just walking down the street, and then dude just snuffed him out of nowhere. Boom. They were walking opposite sides, and the dude punched him. And you know Rick is a small dude. Like, he's harmless. Small guy. And he got punched. He got snuffed in the face. And come on, man. We got to do better. I'm assuming that the dude that did it probably isn't all the way there mentally. And my advice for Rick is always be on your toes, because you never know when somebody's gonna just walk by you. You're minding your business. You ain't doing nothing wrong. But because the person on the other end, they might not be all the way there mentally. They might have heard you say in their head. They might have heard voices that say this guy said something about you, or this guy threatened you, or this guy's gonna harm you, right? And it's kind of like a reaction thing. Always be on your toes, because you never know. You never know who's gonna do what, or hear the wrong thing and just go off on you. And that's a sad thing to think about. But when you out there in the city and you just out there, you gotta be ready for these things. Fellas in the club, like when I'm in the bar and I'm at the club and somebody comes up to me and they're requesting a song or something, I'm always, knock on wood, I'm always preparing myself that if this person throws a drink on me or lunges at me because maybe they're drunk or they, whatever the reasoning, they're that close to me. Now it's a little bit different because I don't really allow nobody up near me because of COVID. But regardless, when you are out and about, just be on your toes, because you never know what somebody's about to do to you. Okay. All right. I think that covers news. Yeah. It's a crazy world out there. Okay. Here comes sports. All right, in sports news, shout out to my man Mendo. My man Mendo, I know he's mad. He's mad right now. He is angry. He is an angry, well, I shouldn't say angry, because the Miami Heat got to win. But yeah, LA leads 2-1. We got game 4 going down tomorrow. LA, they can go up 3-1 right now. LA usually won. I think the last couple of playoff wins, they won 4-1, right? Like the Blazers got one on them. A couple of the other teams got one on them, but other than that, they're closing out 4-1. So Miami, as much as Jimmy Buckets went up, I think he got like 40. He got a triple double. I think he was like 40, 11, and 13 or something like that. Something stupid. Like that's a good game. He went off, right? But I don't think it's gonna be enough. Prove me wrong, Miami, because I would not be mad at you guys winning. I would love to see LA win just because of the Kobe tribute and things like that. But I really think that LA will close it out in what is that, 6, right? Because they go, this is gonna be 4. Yeah, close it out in 6, I believe. I think. But we'll see. I know Mendo was sad about it though. We were at the bar watching the fight, or not the fight, but the game, and you could just tell. I was like, yo, boys are gonna lose. And he's like, no, there's time left, and then they lost. But they came back, they won game 3, so we'll see what happens. NFL, my Seahawks are still undefeated, 4-0. Shout out to them. The 49ers, something else. I seen everybody going off on them. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they're 3-1, right? That was a team to watch, right? With Tom Brady going over there. LA Rams 3-1. The Eagles 1-2. Them boys, isn't that the Dallas Cowboys? We them boys, right? You guys are 1-3. Washington Football 1-3. Damn, New York Giants, you guys are 0-4. You guys suck. Packers are 3-0. The Bears came, they got that second win, or that third win, right? They're 3-1 right now. Football is looking all right. I'm not mad at it. Everything's looking mighty good as far as football goes. UFC 253 went down on the 26th as well. The 26th was a busy day for me. Adesanya versus Costa, right? Costa coming in, right? Middleweight, just beastie, huge dude, right? But Adesanya is not a shrimp. He's not a shrimp. I had Adesanya winning that fight, and he came out victorious. Second round TKO, and just put on a clinic, right? Put on a whole clinic. He's 20-0, and I really don't know who's next. Who's next, right? That little guy, go. Who's next? I don't know. I don't know who's next. Dominic Reyes looked really good actually. At that light heavyweight fight. But yeah, I'm really excited to see what Izzy does next. like I said, I don't know who he will fight. I would love to see Izzy go up to light heavyweight and maybe do a Dominic Reyes. I don't know. Dominic Reyes versus Izzy would be crazy. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see. I'm really excited to see what happens next. I had fun at the bar that night. The other side of the Beehive pulled up. A couple other people pulled up. K the Dog pulled up and watched the fights for a little bit. So salute to everybody that came. Oh, I got my other side of the Beehive. Was it Akuza? No, that's a gang, right? That's a Japanese gang, I think. But yeah, I got my little koozie thing for my drink. YouTube gang, you guys can see it. I believe they are selling them, so be sure to go on to Instagram and follow the other side of the Beehive pod, and show them some love. All right, damn, I think we can call it a day. What time is it? I think it's time to call it a day. I need to go home. My girl at home pregnant. I just got done doing a bunch of work. I am exhausted, but no complaining, right? We get to worry about our gets, right? We get to do these things. We get to podcast. We get to work. We get to hang out with our kids. We get to cook dinner. We get to wash our car. We get to change our oil, right? We get to do all these things. As much as we look at some of the things that we do in life as tedious or a lot, we get to do them because somebody else wants to do it, right? Somebody else wants to have a family to go home to. Somebody else wants to podcast. Somebody else wants to do a YouTube channel. Somebody else wants to do these things. Somebody else wants a car, right? And if you have the privilege to say you get to do these things, take pride in saying that you get to do them. So I get to call it a day, and I hope you all have the day you deserve. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at Drerawka. That's DRERAWKA. ALLRAWK's the brand. And shout out to all the other podcasters out there. The other side of the Beehive, DB, Big Buddha, the Let's Go podcast with Junior Hammond, the Geek Show. I know that they're not a podcast, but the Young OG Perspective, they're they already announced it, so I guess I can announce it now. They have the late night show that they're doing, and man, some cool things with that. I'm so excited for them. They are Utah's late night duo. They're the first ones, to my knowledge, to do it, and they're doing it right, and got some cool things up the sleeves. I think that the quarter 4 is gonna be cool, but quarter 1 is gonna be excellent. In my what's his name from Simpsons? Yeah, that dude, whatever his name is. Okay, yeah, thank you for all the support and love. Continue to do great things, and follow me on Instagram just to find out what's going on, and so on and so forth. Y'all have the day you deserve. Pay women more. Peace.